Your live interactive Weather Authority coverage will begin shortly. Your live interactive Weather Authority coverage will begin shortly. Your live Weather Authority coverage starts right now.
Oh, here we go. Hello, everybody. I hope you guys are all having a great day. We had a pretty dry day out there today. Not too bad. The clouds started to move in throughout the daytime, and now we are dealing with a little bit of light snow. Yes, we are looking at a little bit of light snow in much of central Maine right now. Areas like Lewiston and Augusta. Please send in your reports if you do have some light snow falling at your place and where you are from. But let's take a look at the satellite and radar. You can see there's really not much moisture associated with this. Now, we do have a band of some snow off towards parts of New York. Some of that will try to work its way in as we head through the latter parts of the evening into the nighttime tonight. Right about there, you can see that there. I will admit that the Burlington radar really has a hard time sometimes picking up on precipitation. So there's probably a little bit of snow falling in Vermont, even though it's not showing it on this radar in particular. But let's zoom in a little bit closer to the Portland area, to Augusta, to Lewiston right now. That's where we are dealing with some light snow falling. If you're in southern New Hampshire, if you're in parts of York County, there's a reason why we aren't going for much snow for your area, because I think that little band passing through southern New Hampshire might be your only chance to see some light snow for parts of, areas down towards Portsmouth and areas like that. We're not going to see much in the way of any snowfall really south of Portland, and even north of Portland. We're likely to see about 1 to 3 inches of snow across that part of the state. And I'll go into more details on that in just a little bit. But we can also take a closer look to some of this snow that's coming down at a pretty good clip right now. So let's move into areas like Lewiston and Augusta and freeze this here. You can see where some of those darker blue shadings are. If you are traveling along I-95 from Lewiston over towards Augusta, Route 202, 302, as well as the Route 2 corridor, we are looking at some snow right now. I would call it a light to maybe at times moderate snowfall. This is by no means going to be a heavy snowfall event, just some light snow in areas at the moment. And we are again going to see, likely as we head through the next, say, 4 or 5 hours, these areas look at some light snow, moving just into the Skowhegan area with some very light flurries possible over towards Bangor as well. But let's put the loop back on this, and you can see that it is going to continue to move down to the south and east as we head through probably, I would say, again, the next 4 or 5 hours, and then it will start to clear on out of here across the state. So let's get a look at some of the cams outside right now, and you can see Bethel's not working, but we can see Berlin is. Yes, look at this. A little bit of snow falling up towards Berlin. A temperature of 21 degrees right now. We have a temperature of 28 degrees, and it looks like it's coming down at a pretty good clip over towards the Lewiston, Auburn area. Like I said, send in your reports. Let me know if it's snowing in your town. And over towards Freiburg, you can see it's a little bit harder to see, not as much lighting, but there is some snow falling in the Freiburg area right now. But you head down towards Portland, we are still looking at just cloudy skies, and we are going to stay cloudy. Temperature right around that freezing mark here in the Portland area. We aren't going to, I would say, cool off at least for the next couple hours while the snow is falling. It's after the snow falls that the temperatures are going to drop pretty rapidly. Now, we have numbers up towards the north running in the teens and low 20s. So areas like Rangeley, 17 degrees, 21 degrees in Berlin. We can zoom in a little bit closer. Weld coming in around 21 degrees, Carabassa Valley as well. Bethel about 27. And then you can see over towards the mid-coast and areas like Augusta. That's where temperatures are running in the 20s. I don't buy that 38 degree mark in Wiscasset. I'm thinking they're probably more 28 or 29 degrees considering the temperatures around it. But for some reason, Wiscasset's going with 38 degrees right now. But again, not buying that. Temperatures generally running in the 20s. And then we head down towards the southern part of the state, and we are looking at temperatures in the upper 20s and lower 30s as well. Waterboro coming out in around 30 degrees, 31 degrees in Kennebunk. Areas where we are looking at some snow right now. Temperatures are generally running in the mid to upper 20s, even some lower 30s. So with that in mind, I would say this will generally be a fluffier snow, especially away from the coastline, with temperatures running in the 20s. So light snow expected as we head through the next couple hours. and then that will transition to more snow shower activity as we head through about 11 p.m. and midnight. Again, this is not a big system by any means. Most areas wake up to a coating to an inch or two for most of the state. So let's time this out. As we head through 6, 7, 8 o'clock, you can see we are looking at some light snow, at times moderate snow in some areas, areas like Lewiston and Augusta. And then you head by the time we get to the evening and nighttime. So let's talk 10, 11 o'clock. We have this area of low pressure that is moving 2 hours south. It's going to move over the Gulf of Maine. And as it does so, it's going to strengthen just a tiny bit. It's not going to be a big storm system that's going to develop down to our south, but really we're just a little bit too late in the developmental stage of this area of low pressure down to the south. But that in mind, areas east of Rockland, I was saying this earlier on the newscast if you were watching, east of Rockland over towards down East Maine, I do think there could be a little bit of an enhanced snowfall rates as we head through 11, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning. You can see some of those darker blues indicated there over towards parts of down east, but it's out of here by 5, 6 o'clock. This is gone. We are talking sunshine across the state, and it is going to be very cold for the daytime tomorrow. Let's first talk about the snowfall map. And again, 1 to 3 inches does it for just about everybody, a lot of the major cities. Portland's a very tricky one because I think Portland, you might get around an inch or so, but I could also see us, only getting about a coating in some spots of Portland. It's really north of Portland that I'm more confident that we'll see upwards of 1 to 3 inches of snow, 2, 3 inches of snow, especially areas from Rockland off towards the east. That's where I think we could see maybe some snowfall totals upwards of 4 or 5 inches of snow in parts of down east as we head into the overnight hours for the nighttime tonight. But again, not a big deal. Could cause some slick travel, though, as we head into tomorrow morning. And that snow is not going to melt, even with the sunshine out there for the daytime tomorrow. We are talking high temperatures running in the teens to low 20s for much of the state. But you also want to notice another thing. We are talking a pretty windy day, and you can see that we are looking at winds upwards of 10 to 15 miles per hour across the state, and even 20 mile per hour sustained winds. Gusts could be a little bit higher than that, 20, 25, even 30 miles per hour. Doesn't take much wind when temperatures are in the teens to near 20 to make it feel much colder. So let's talk a little bit more about the wind chill for the daytime tomorrow. You're waking up 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. We are looking at wind chills that are running below zero in many areas inland, right around that 0 degree mark for the Portland area over towards Rockland. And then we are going to see, even in the afternoon, single-digit wind chill temperatures for the daytime tomorrow when you factor in the wind. And then by the time we get to the evening, the wind will start to calm down just a little bit, but the actual air temperatures are going to be very cold Monday night. We're talking temperatures Monday night that will run, I would say, 5 below to 5 above for pretty much the entire state. So yes, it's going to be cold out there for the nighttime tomorrow. And then we have our next weather maker, and that would be Tuesday night. Tuesday night, it looks like some light snow will develop, especially in the southern part of the state. Snow showers, periods of light snow possible for Tuesday night and into very, very early Wednesday morning. We are looking at these this light snow passing through the state. And this is actually a sort of a different system because another one is going to move in as we head into Wednesday afternoon and Wednesday evening. So this is only for Tuesday. So this is Tuesday night into very early on Wednesday, a coating to about an inch, maybe 1 to 2 inches in some spots. So you can see, again, very weak systems passing through the state. We're going to see, coating to a couple inches tonight in areas. We'll see a coating to an inch or two as we head through Tuesday night. So not a big deal either way. Both systems probably add up to, again, maybe an inch or two for most spots. And this is, again, Tuesday night into very early Wednesday. We dry out for Wednesday morning, but another system moves in as we head into Wednesday afternoon and Wednesday evening. So this one's a little bit tricky. There's still some question marks on the exact track of the area of low pressure and the exact precip that we see. Right now, it looks like areas down towards the coastline may even start out with some snowflakes. So I do think there's the chance for a little bit of mixing close to the coastline as we, start out this system. Then some warmer air is going to move on in as we head through the afternoon and into the evening hours. You notice, though, most areas inland will start with snow. And then we get to about, 8, 9 o'clock. And you can see that many areas are looking at rain down towards the coastline. It looks like it will be generally a snowmaker north of Lewiston and Augusta up towards the mountains. This is a snowmaker for many spots. And it could accumulate, a good amount as we head through the Wednesday and Wednesday night time frame up towards the north, especially for the middle of the week. Let's get a look at your 7-day forecast. And again, it's a busy one over the next 4 or 5 days. We are talking a cold, sunny day for the daytime tomorrow, windy as well. Gusts, again, 20, 30 miles per hour. We could see wind chills that will run probably in the single digits for much of the day. And then Tuesday, we start out with some sunshine. Clouds will increase after the noontime hour, I would say. And then we will see mainly cloudy skies Tuesday night with some snow showers likely across the state. That will be Tuesday night. And then we dry out Wednesday morning before another system moves in Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday night. Right now down towards the coast, as I just mentioned, it looks like a little bit of a wintry mix possible in some areas, transitioning to rain. You can see the temperatures increase into the upper 30s to near 40 degrees as we head into the day on Wednesday. And then for areas inland, it will generally be snowfall for the afternoon. On Wednesday, temperatures will run in the 30s for the most part. So we have a couple, weather topics over the next couple days with the light snow for tonight, the frigid air for the day on Monday, and then Tuesday we'll see those snow showers at night, and then another round of rain and snow moves in for today on Wednesday. Thursday, right now, I would say there's the chance for a snow shower inland, especially up towards the mountains. Doesn't look like a big deal, but you also notice that temperatures once again will cool back off as we head through later in the week and into next weekend. We are talking temperatures running in the 20s for the most part on Saturday and Sunday. So it is going to once again cool off as we head into next weekend. And you notice besides maybe the day on Wednesday, we don't have much in the way of warmth. I mean, temperatures should be in the upper 30s to near 40 on average. And it just seems like it's been a while since we've, had even consecutive days above average. And that's going to continue as we head through much of this upcoming week with most of the days running in the 20s, even the teens in some areas across the state. All right. So again, not a big deal for the nighttime tonight. South of Portland, coatings, maybe an inch in some spots. Enough just to have to maybe brush off the car in the morning tomorrow. North of Portland, if you are in Lewiston and Augusta, you're probably talking 1 to 3 inches of snow. And then you head east of the Rockland area for the nighttime tonight and into tomorrow morning over towards parts of down east, maybe a little bit more, 3, 4, even 5 inches possible in isolated areas. But that is east of Rockland over towards down east. Again, most of us will see probably a coating to 1 or 2 inches of snow for the nighttime tonight, but a little bit of slick travel is possible as we head into tomorrow morning. So just keep that in mind. Maybe give yourself a little extra time as you wake up tomorrow morning. All right, everybody, have a good evening. Enjoy the snow if you like the snow, and stay warm. Have a good one.